Okay, Damien, a disappointing defeat, I suppose, this evening to Shamrock Rovers. How do you reflect on the game?
Disappointing, but I think the goals that we've given away, which maybe has been a constant throughout the season, I can't complain. You can argue it's a tight game, it's a Dublin Derby, a lot of tension, which I love. I can't complain.
And in terms of the nature of the game, in the second half you were, I suppose, a lot better in the first half. Before the goal that you got, Rovers looked like they were really putting you under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, we obviously set up to press them aggressively with a fire. I think we did. I think we got a lot of turnover ball. But when you press that hard and aggressively, the only time you'll get your rest is when you have the ball. And I didn't think we kept the ball for long periods in the first half. I think we were better after the goal. Maybe that settled them down. Our goal, I mean. But for sure, I think if there's one standout tonight, maybe they played with a real personality and showed their quality, whereas I don't think we only did it in fits and bursts.
And in terms of the gap now, 12 points to the top, did the priorities change? Is the title defence over at this stage, or how do you view it?
Here, challenges, title defences, life is over when you're 6 foot under, so it's innate in me. I've never give in. So, but I think you can get transfixed with the 12 points, just like the 9 points before the game. I think where we're at as a team, we just need to forget about the league table for the moment, which sounds bizarre, attack each game and put some wins on the board.
Just at the end there, yourself and Stephen seem to have a bit of a disagreement. I don't exactly heard you say something along the lines of a lack of respect, you can't teach class. What was that in relation to what frustrated?
Well, nothing here. I don't need to go on speak about what's gone on upstairs. So it's not a disagreement. I'm absolutely right. I think there's a way to win with respect, humility and class. I've done that since I was a boy, and I'm not sure they've done it tonight. That's all I'll say.
Does that have to do with the song we played upstairs? Is that?
Amongst other things, but like I said, I don't need to get into it. You have your ear to the ground, Dan, so you always find out. But like I said, a lack of respect's been pointed at me. It's bizarre. Carry on. So, like I said, I've played all around the world, coached in some amazing places, and now managing in an amazing place. And I'm built on hard work, a bit of quality, I'd like to think, but a real respect, humility, and I'd like to think a touch of class. And that's how you should win. And I don't think they've done it tonight, and I don't think they regularly do it either. But that's not trying to cloud over headlines. We've lost the Dublin Derby tonight. We've lost ground, and I'm not looking at carry on upstairs. All I'm looking at is my team, my performances, my players.
I know you don't want to fixate on the league table, as you said there, but I mean, from here, do you need to be close to perfect for the rest of the season? I'm not saying win every game, but I mean, just you can't afford to drop too many more points, I would assume.
No, of course you can't. And here, you'd like to think other teams will drop points. That's the nature of this league. Teams are capable of beating each other. But again, call me mad, call my comment bizarre, but to get fixated with 12 points, we need no. It's St. Pat's on Monday. Obviously Derry soon after. 2 difficult games. But we need to just concentrate Monday and start getting some wins on the board.
Do you have any plans with the transfer window coming up?
Yeah, there's obviously always stuff going on in the background. I think we've been lucky. Of course, we've tried to obviously instigate stuff as well, but I think our summer windows, we have been lucky. Matty Smith, year 1, lifted a football club. Year 2, Jarvo and H. Year 3 last year. Here I know Sam came in, had injury problems with Ali. H came back, won us the league. So yeah, we've done our work, but also lucky is it's a hard window. Who's available, who's not. But players have been willing to come here and put their faith in us to help them, to coach them. So yeah, we'll obviously look to do some business.
Do you have room to add without?
Sorry?
Do you have room to add without pushing anyone out?
Yeah, it's the nature of a football club, isn't it? So I don't like a big squad anyway, but yeah, nobody's in the door yet. I haven't spoken to many because I don't like to disrespect other clubs or where players are at either, so I haven't spoken to anyone. because I've been too busy, setting up a team for tonight. And we'll see what happens. I think it's July the 1st, is it? I'm even slightly unsure on that. So, but no doubt there will be movement, yeah.
You mentioned they play with more personality. I mean, do you feel you have players who can do that, or do you need to look for players with some of those attributes?
No, here, and when I mean the personality, it's as simple as just keeping the ball better. We did it, and here it'd be interesting to see the possession stats. Tony spoke to me out there, but it didn't feel like it in long spells. And our turnover ball, whether it be when we've won the ball back, just clearing it rather than keeping it, or just building them and working our way up the pitch diagonally, move them from one side to another. I felt at times the ball would go one side, stay there, and it would be a channel ball. So here, it's not. Our lads have wonderful ability, but to showcase that, I think you need to keep the ball for longer periods, say.
Damien, you made a point of the week of the squad being back to full fitness. I don't know if there were any injuries coming into the game tonight, so is there a sense between now and when you can bring players in, if you guys do or don't, that what you have now is starting to show what they can show and what they're capable of, or not?
Oh, for sure, they're amazing men up there. Yeah, I'm gutted for them tonight. Like I said at the top, I can't complain about the result. I just can't bring myself to say, oh, we're lucky or anything. I can't. But yeah, the squad of players up there, even I felt a real edge and an excitement this week, having everyone back on the pitch. A few knocks and bruises tonight, but I think they'll all be available again on Monday. So brilliant when you've that quality, that togetherness. They're all back. We've had to, I guess, put makeshift, not teams maybe in at times, but backlines this season. Hopefully those days are gone and we can play some serious starting 11s.
Last question here.
Just, I mean, you mentioned you have a full strength team, and I think there's a good vibe building up to this match, but is it a challenge now to tackle that just doesn't become a massive deflating low, like to go to I know it's a big chat you have to have now, I think, after a set.
Oh, it's the beauty of management, Dan. Yeah, of course, to a point, and over years we've, motivational videos, some of the most amazing moments of my life, and the huddle in here and the TV behind me, and you're bouncing out onto a pitch, i.e. Europe, and you're scoring 20 seconds into a game. So yeah, we'll help the lads, that's what I'm here for. I think coach and management is helping, but motivation or picking yourself up the ground, I think a lot has to do with the individual as well. So the lads cannot, there'll be a bit of disappointment obviously tomorrow, recovery, we're back on the pitch here on Sunday. We can't feel sorry for ourselves, so I'll help them to a point, but as I've always said, you need to motivate yourself. So it's absolutely on them. It's not, I'm not turning into a me and them, but your inward motivation is paramount. So I'm sure, because they're brilliant guys and they'll be hurting, they'll give us all a reaction on Monday.
Thanks, folks.
All right, cheers, man.